Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. I just wanted to start a little intro to this video. Throughout the video I'm going to be narrating it just because this look was so difficult to me. It is something that I never really do. Like, I am not a big prosthetics person. Honestly, I'm not the biggest special effects person. Like, I know how to do it. It never comes out incredible. So I don't do that often. I'm still learning to do it. I taught myself when I was younger, and I've kind of just been teaching myself throughout, mainly through YouTube videos. So this entire look is inspired by Ellie Max FX. She is insane, like unbelievable. Like, all of her looks are just incredible. So absolutely this is inspired by her. Like, I watched her video, I pretty much did it by this. So honestly, go check that out, like, for probably a better tutorial. That is terrible for me to say on my own page, but this is just how I did it, and I want to kind of go through the mistakes that I made that could have been better and I know to do next time and stuff. It's all just a learning process for me. I'm gonna go into more depth for beginners, if that makes sense. I don't really know, I just decided to make a video on it because I make tutorials on everything that I do. Even though it is taken from someone else, I'm just going to show you, like, I did mistakes, so I'm just going to tell you what I did wrong and where I went wrong and stuff like that. I have a mark on my nose from this look. I don't know how I got it, it's there now. We're just gonna... So starting off, we're going to get our wire. We're going to get a reasonably amount size of wire and kind of split it in half. And then once you're happy with it, you just cut it off. The next thing you want to do is shape the wire into the shape of a Demogorgon mouth. Mine were too long and also too big, so I do recommend that you maybe do it a little bit smaller than I did. Like, a lot smaller. Mine were really big, and it makes it really heavy, especially with the wire that I had. It makes it really heavy. So you want it to be like a reasonable size, but not too small, and definitely not too big with a smaller wire, because mine was just too big. You just basically want to keep doing that. You need 5 in total. So I found it was easier once I had done the first one, because I could kind of shape them all the same size then. But again, I think you should definitely do them smaller than I did, so don't do the same size because it's just too heavy. The next thing you need is masking tape. You're going to put the masking tape all around the shape that you just made and keep layering it and layering it and layering it until you're happy. It doesn't have to be perfect because there will be latex going over it. Throughout this whole process, you literally just want to keep doing the same thing on 5 of them, and this is fairly time consuming. I'm not gonna lie to you, it took me a long time to do them. Get a clean bowl that you don't mind messing up. I used a plastic bowl. I think I got it at Mr. Price. Really easy. I'm using Crayola liquid latex mixed with red food coloring, and you're just going to stir that around until you get it really, really red. I pretty much used 2 bottles for this, I'm pretty sure. My problem here is what I need to fix for the next time. I have figured it out now. You need more flour than you're using latex. The texture that I came up with in the end just wasn't good enough, and it should have been more pasty. In a separate cup or whatever you have, I got liquid latex and red food coloring again, and just without the flour this time, to just smooth down all the bumps. Now, I didn't get any footage of this, but I had yarn, and basically I tore up the yarn. That's what you can see, the little red bits kind of in it. And you just kind of put them on lightly. Cutting back in here for a sec, what I did miss in the preparation, I had fake nails, and I cut the nail diagonally to make it in the shape of a tooth, and I did that with literally thousands of nails. It took me a long time to do. It is so time consuming. Now, the other option that you have, there's a lot of those, I have no idea what they're fucking called. They're like plastic. Ellie Max does them herself. It's like, it comes out, you put it in like the microwave and it like, or something, or a hot bowl, and it melts and it's like plastic and it makes it like real teeth. And then what I had to do was, this is so hard to explain because I didn't video it and I'm so annoyed at myself that I didn't video it now. I made a face mask, so I'm going to insert a little video of a face mask as well, just to let you know how I made the face mask. That is on my Instagram. If you want me to put it up on YouTube, I can. It is very sped up. I don't have the original video, but it is on my Instagram if you want to go check that out, Miss Claudia Makeup. What I did was I got more masking tape. The wire that I had, I stuck around the bottom of the face mask, and I just basically taped the whole thing onto my face cast. Waited for that to dry overnight to realize that I actually should have put more liquid paste, but clear liquid paste, no food coloring, onto the bottom, so it would actually become a mask, so it would fit into my face. And that face cast is in the shape of my face. It's always handy to have, because when you're doing prosthetics, because it's to the shape of your face. You can use clay. I used tin foil because I didn't have clay at the time, and I put 2 clay balls in for your eye holes because you want to be able to see the inside of your face with liquid latex, or with the liquid paste again. I read, and I also added the coffee food coloring. So put that in and then put that all over your face. It all molds together, it all stays together. Then afterwards you're going to put the paste, another liquid paste, but clear liquid paste with flour. So that's with all the flour and stuff. You put that on the sides. You leave it overnight to dry and it's fine by the morning. You then end up with this. The next thing you're going to do is get powder. Now I use the pennies powder because it just does the job. And you're going to powder it all to get it all to come off. And this was very difficult. You could even ask someone to help you with this, because I did it up by myself, but I found it really difficult because it's quite a big piece that I made, that it was just so difficult to kind of get it off. But eventually you just peel it off and just keep putting the powder in. You're going to want to cut in some holes to breathe on your mouth and your nose. Then going in with Moon Creations black paint. I'm just painting the whole middle face black. You're going to want to move up into the actual, I don't know if they're mouths or what, but anyways. And you're going to do the edges of each mouth just for a bit of shading. Just repeat the whole thing with all 5. And I'm added a little bit of purple, kind of mixing with the black and around the edges as well. So after that, you're going to need a ball cap, just so your hair isn't all over the place, and also you're using Prosade, and you do not want that in your hair at all. So you're going to need Vaseline as well, because you don't want any Prosade in your hair. You need it anywhere where you think you can get, in your brows, in your baby hairs. I didn't do too much with this ball cap at all because I knew you wouldn't really be able to see it. So next thing you're going to do is just paint black where your holes are, so you can't see anything of your face. So I just painted my eyes, my nose and my mouth black. So the Demogorgon has a lot of detail on his body. So just doing a kind of quick little outline of it. I also found it very difficult to see. I found it really difficult to see what I was doing because my piece was so big. Like when I go like that, like things were just knocking into everything. It just was not ideal, so I ended up taking it off. That is why I have cotton on my face. I ended up going upstairs because there was just not enough room for my stuff downstairs. Using the Meheron Paradise Paints palette, I used grey and white mixed together, and also beach red. Using the James Charles palette, got the shade Spooky, and we are just going to add some shading. All around where I've marked. Using the shade You're Kidding from the James Charles palette, I'm just going over that to make it a bit more smoky. And then using Pose Aid and just putting it all around my face, I'm sticking the mask on for the very last time. So that is the finishing look. I really enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed doing this look. It was very stressful, but I did enjoy it. I really hope you like it. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video if you like it, and I will see you in the next video.